What's up, everybody, and welcome to Bios3 Raw TV. Today we're going to talk a little bit about how your training program, diet, cardio, stuff like that should differ from other people's. So in other words, the non-cookie cutter program that is custom fit to you. So let's start off by talking about exercise, like the workouts. Now, workout-wise, there's only so many exercises you can do. So there's like chest exercises, back exercises, plyo, stuff like that. So, there's only so many things to go around per, weight training workout. So some of those things may be similar to what other people do. Now, it's what you plug in is what makes it different. So like, let's say one person needs to improve their back. So their workout should be tailored towards improving their back if that's what they wanted to do. If another person has phenomenal leg development, obviously they're not going to have a workout tailored towards increasing their leg development. So there we have the idea that, some programs may contain more leg workouts than other ones based on the individual and what they need. So just remember, just because some similar exercises may appear in the workouts or not appear, that's because you either need them or don't need them. It's not based on like a cookie cutter thing. Unless you see the program itself is the exact same workout straight through. Like all the same exercise, all the same reps, all the same sets, that is a cookie cutter. Okay? If you find a program online that has, varied things, but, has a bench press in it or has a squat, well, those are basic movements that are going to be in, most workouts unless they're, for whatever reason, like I said, is not needed. Now, as far as the nutrition goes, again, there are only so many foods that are going to get the results that you're looking for, plain and simple. I know there's a lot of those flexible dieters out there that, will say, well, macros and sugars don't matter, and as long as you're hitting your macros, well, that's great. I mean, that's if you want that beach bod. I mean, some of that stuff will work. But the bottom line is most of the people that are going to come to me are looking to compete, and that's on a whole different level. Things need to be controlled 100% of the time to get the results that you're looking for. You're looking for a very specific look for a very specific time on a very specific day. So you have 5 minutes to control your body, to look 100% in front of 7 judges to make your mark in that contest, whether you're going to win, lose, draw, top 5, whatever. So there is no way you're controlling that physique like that without complete control, complete adaptation, and using certain foods. And even as the contest gets close together, sometimes I'll even reduce those types of foods to certain ones on top of that. So maybe egg whites will come out and it's all turkey, it's all chicken, whatever it is, to make sure that you have complete control of your physique to make it look a certain way on a certain day. Now also, if you've been doing certain diets and they're not working, it's because the diets probably don't have the right foods and the right amounts and the right combinations. So now again, I agree 100% with Dave Paulsonella where he has the foods that work. And I don't know how many foods there are that work because I think he changed it. But there are certain foods that get certain responses from the body over and over again. And you don't have to wonder what's going to happen. If you eat these foods, that's going to get a certain result and a certain thing that's going to happen, a certain reaction from that food. Okay, it's not going to be a bloating. It's not going to be like I gain 3 pounds of water and I have to drop 2. No, you eat a chicken breast, you get a certain result. You eat broccoli, you get a certain result. If you eat something like a Pop-Tart or ice cream or something like that, you're going to get a result. But it may be the opposite result you're looking for. It may be water retention. It may be pushing you over your calories for the day. Who knows? The bottom line is, if you're looking for results that are long-lasting, that you can control, and you want your body to look a certain way, and you have not been getting there doing it the other way you were doing it, then there's those foods. So the similar foods may appear. I mean, every diet you're going to have either chicken breast or turkey or egg whites or fish. So there's certain foods that work, and that's should be seen on those diets. Okay, if you get a diet that doesn't have any of those foods, that's one that you should run away from. I mean, maybe look great on paper and sound great, but that's not going to get you the results that you're looking for. As far as cardio, now this one can vary so much across the board. So you could get one program for fat loss that has a certain cardio, and another one it's just so different. The different thing to me is the individual and what kind of cardio program they were doing already. If they were not doing any cardio at all, zero cardio, you're not going to have them hop on an elliptical and do 20 minutes of high intensity intervals for 3 minutes and rest for 1. You're not going to do that. It's not going to work. They're not going to be able to even get through that first session, let alone adapt to that over time. So, let's say the person wasn't doing any cardio. Like I said, it would start out maybe steady state for 15, 20 minutes, just to get them adapted to that. Then increase the amount of the steady state cardio to the point where they're, bringing their heart rate up and they're adapted to where, let's say they started walking at 3.0 on the treadmill. When they're walking at 4.2, now they're adapted to a body's a little bit stronger towards a cardiovascular exercise, and you can start increasing maybe a 1-in-1 interval, stuff like that. It just, or let's say somebody comes to you and they have been doing intervals already at 3-in-1. Now that person obviously is adapted to the 3-in-1. You have to do something to get them to adapt to a higher level. So now maybe they do 4-in-1 intervals. Or maybe you increase, instead of they had 3-in-1 intervals, they do 4 3-in-1 intervals. It just depends on the individual. And as far as supplements go, I don't believe that there are all these new supplements that do all these crazy things that are, oh my God, they burn fat. And I don't believe that at all. I've tried all the stuff. Even the newer stuff is just reboot versions of older stuff, and now they're just starting to mix stuff together and make proprietary blends that you don't even understand what's in the friggin' product half the time. You have to Google all the the ingredients to even find out what they are, because they're not even putting the names anymore. They're putting the chemical names, which are like 1,3- comma dianol, comma 3,4,12 ethanol, and you're like, you gotta be friggin' kidding me. What the hell is that? It's yohimbe bark. Why don't you just say yohimbe bark? Because they know people want something new, want something medical sounding, so they're going to put these things on there, and then you got to freaking sit there and Google it and look it on the label and like 1,3- oh shit, backspace, 3-, comma, wash, to finally get this thing to pop up, and then you look at the cell structure and stuff of it, and it says yohimbe. Which I hate yohimbe anyways. Well, that's a whole other subject. So that's my take on custom programs, and if you guys are pulling stuff offline and you're looking for something, if it's not tailor fit to you, it's not going to work like it's tailor fit to you. You know what I mean? You're going to try to adapt to that program, and possibly you can adapt to that program. But the bottom line is, it's not made for you and your body and your results and your goals. So obviously it's not going to work like that. So just be aware of what's out there and do your research. And if you're looking for something to increase your chest size, pick a program gained for chest size. If you're looking for something to increase your squat, pick a program for your squat. Don't just grab any program and assume that it's going to help you attain your goals if it's not specific to your goals. Okay? And if you're having trouble making it work, then it's probably not going to work in the long run. If you can't stick to that thing for 4 or 5 weeks and see the results that you're looking for, sticking to it for 10 months is probably not going to work either. So, but again, always, consistency is the key. So you have to stick to it to see if it even works. Bios3training@gmail.com. Comments down below in that section. Bios3training.com is the blog. Thank you, and we're out.